Hello and welcome to the Weather Hazard Briefing presented by National Weather Service Pocatello for Tuesday, January 17th. Here's what you'll see in this presentation. We have a winter storm moving through the extreme southern end of the Great Basin. This will bring some light wraparound precipitation today and tonight into the southern highlands of Idaho. The next winter storm arrives Wednesday in the late afternoon in central Idaho, then spreads eastward Wednesday night and continues into Thursday. However, we are only looking for light amounts of snow and light to moderate wind. And then a third winter storm arrives Saturday night and Sunday. All right, so let's break this down. First, the satellite image. You can see all the cloudiness we've had for the past 3 or 4 days. It has cleared for the most part, and you can see the one storm down here just northwest of Las Vegas. This is going to move along the Utah-Arizona border. And meanwhile, there is one up here that's going to try to spread some precipitation. This is along the Montana-Canadian border. And we're in between, but they do have enough reach where they could produce some cloudiness. And there is a chance of precipitation. But I will say this. Compared to the last 3 days, the amount of precipitation expected has been trending much lower, and we'll take a look at that. So we're down to just a slight chance of snow for today, except for the southeast highlands where it's a chance of snow. So a slight chance, remember, is below a 25% chance of occurrence. Chance is 25% to 55%. And then on Wednesday, we have a slight chance of some overnight snow in selected locations. You can see it's the Magic Valley, the southeast highlands are just slight chance. Everywhere else, it's a chance with the exception of the Snake River Plain, which shouldn't receive anything on Wednesday. And then the only chance really the Snake Plain has is a slight chance of morning snow on Thursday. Elsewhere in the Magic Valley, just morning snow. In the eastern highlands, just morning snow, and then the same for all of central Idaho. And the only place where it's going to keep going is in the South Hills and the southeast highlands, sort of our southern border. And again, snowfall amounts are light. And again, this is all mostly in the morning. The only place where it goes into the afternoon is the South Hills and southeast highlands. And then during the overnight hours, Thursday night, everyone should be clearing, and there's no real chance or threat of precipitation. Friday will continue that way, and then most of Saturday. And then you can see some overnight snow is likely in the South Hills and Lemhi County. Elsewhere, it's a chance of overnight snow, with the exception of the Magic Valley, where it's just a slight chance. All right, so let's look at the first 2 days in detail. So this is what happened during the overnight till this morning. You can see most of the snow is south of Interstate 86 and 84. And it's pretty light. You can see some 1 to 2 inches, but for the most part, it's an inch or less. Low temperatures this morning. You can see the teens are starting to creep back into the upper Snake River Plain, the Arco Desert, and below zero actually was expected at Stanley this morning. All right, so for day one here, you can see just this widespread low pressure with the main low here, just spreading some light precipitation into our southeast highland area. And then this low up here along the Canadian border with Montana is trying to spread mostly into Lemhi County and maybe Custer County. I don't see much happening in Blaine County at all, certainly today. So here are the snowfall amounts expected between 5 a.m. and 11 a.m. here on Tuesday. You can see it does spread a little bit into what we would normally consider the eastern highlands compared to the southeast. But again, notice how really light it is, widespread, less than an inch. Snowfall amounts this afternoon, even less. And then this evening tends to focus a little bit more on our border with Wyoming. And then overnight, it's just really flurries scattered around this area. All right, the wind gusts Still staying in the gusting the upper 20s. You can see it's mostly actually out of the west and northwest for the Snake River Plain, and these are the gusts. So the sustained winds much less. So I wouldn't see a whole lot of snow drifting with this, except maybe in this southern hills here. You can see Sweetser Summit. It's gusting to 26, so it should be pretty good there. High temperatures today, struggling to get above freezing, even in our warmest areas. And then overnight lows, you can see below zero temperatures once again in the Arco Desert. But where the cloud cover sort of stays, again, it stays pretty mild. Places like even Pocatello staying in the upper teens. All right, so the total snowfall amounts until midnight tonight. You can see 1 to 3 inches in some locations in the southern hills. But once you get north of McCammon, it's all less than an inch. It's also less than an inch in Lemhi County. All right, on day 2 here, so for Wednesday, you can see the high pressure's moved in, and you can see most of what little snow happens is all in Boise's area. We're not looking for much occurring for us. Again, Wednesday morning, just really, again, light flurries in the mountains to the between south of Pocatello, American Falls line. And then maybe in the afternoon, some flurries up east of Interstate 15 towards the Wyoming border. And then Wednesday overnight, this is when the next low is expected to start affecting our area. You can see less than an inch in our extreme western side of our forecast area. And then it does spread Thursday morning eastward, already reaching the Wyoming border, especially up in the Island Park area. And then Wednesday afternoon, you can see winds generally lighter, only gusting to around 16 or so for the even in the windiest areas. So not much going on in the wind department the next couple of days, except on the ridges up in the central Idaho mountains. You can see it's gusting pretty good, and you can see it's a wide variation of direction. Okay, the high temperatures on Wednesday do start to rebound a little bit, especially in our southern zones where some places are back to getting into the mid-30s. And then the overnight lows with the cloud cover on Wednesday night and Thursday morning, you could see we lose all of below zero temperatures. This is a 24-hour midnight to midnight snow total for Wednesday. You can see there's just nothing really going on as of yet. It all happens really after midnight on Wednesday night. That's all I have. If you have any further questions, you can always contact this telephone number here. Check out the weather yourself at weather.gov/Pocatello. Thanks for watching.